Hi everyone, it's me, Shauna. I'm back. I can't even remember what I normally say. I have, my little intro. Yeah, it's me, duh, it's my channel. I'm here. I'm in a phenomenally good mood, and we're gonna be having a little update for my 100 uses project pan. Now, when I introduced this project, I was wondering how often I should update. And I also said these would be bonus videos. So I'm going to be updating every 2 months. So the next update will hopefully come in mid to late February. So that's the first thing. Because I was wondering if I should do it by like uses, like every 20 uses, or by month. And the comments were unanimous to do it every, certain number of months, and 2, I think, was the average. And if you've watched kind of some of my videos, you would know this is a really weird time for me. And so just like getting out a video right now is just kind of the focus. So going forward, I do hope that these videos will be bonus videos on my channel, but for right now, it's kind of was like the next video on the docket, and really kind of excited to film it. And I should be back full force really soon. This is the first time I filmed in over a month. Hopefully I can get the ball rolling. I'm filming on my lunch right now. I have like a self-imposed 1-hour lunch every day, which is like so needed. And I was just like too excited, and I really wanted to kind of film something. So here we are. And this update, like, it's an update. There's kind of like a wide variety of like things that have happened with these products. So if you like project pans, I'd love to have you here. I am currently about to finish my year-long project pan and also wrap up my mini and sample project pan. And I have some new projects coming in 2021. We love a project pan on this channel, so I would really love it if you would subscribe to get more of that kind of content. And this video, this 100 uses project, I think I want to just make it ongoing, like no year limit. So it's going to go into 2021. And if there's kind of more things to work through, like just kind of keep going. So let's talk about the products. I want to get the least exciting product out first. That is the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in Baked. I did not use this at all. No, actually, did I? Hold on. I did do a tally. Sorry, I used this 2 times. And everything else is much higher for the most part. And this, in November and December, I really haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, like once a week, or like, occasional dates. And that's mostly because I've literally just been inside studying. And November, I wore makeup basically just as much as I thought I would, just for my Friday meetings, and then like the occasional date out with my partner. So it ended up being like 6 times. And when I was preparing for those meetings, it was like, what's the quickest thing I can do? Because doing my makeup at that point like took time away from studying. And when I got to Friday, it was always like a mad scramble to like, throw things together. And like, I was trying to savor and use every moment to study. And that's kind of really been the case for December too. I haven't done my makeup a whole lot. I have done a couple of days where it's just been like experimenting. I think I posted on IG like a couple of like 5-minute faces or like those kinds of things. And this product is just, it's more finicky. And when I have more time on my hands, it's a product that I hope that I will use more, but I'm at least understanding of myself why I didn't use it all that much in November or December. For me, this is just not like a quick, like boom, boom, boom kind of product. It's more kind of time to apply and to kind of build it out or shear it out, whatever. So just twice, not great, but I really kind of hope to be able to play more with it in the next update. I I'm gonna hope that for the next update to use it 10 times. That's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Hopefully I can use it more. All right, now let's go to the lip products. The MAC lipstick, this is in Hug Me. Here we go. I used this 13 times, which I think is pretty good because this is a project, sorry, that is supplementary to my project pan. And the focus of my makeup, or when I'm going to use it, is going to be my project pan items. And these are just like when I want something different or I'm kind of like feeling the color. So I expect smaller uses on these products than in my project pan for my project pan items. And I did talk about that in the intro. And if you want to hear more about the framing of this project, I will link that video somewhere for you. So for me, 13 times for this kind of like secondary product is quite good. I don't know if I will have seen any progress. I guess you'll see a picture of before and after. I don't know if 13 times is kind of enough to do that, but it feels good. And this lipstick was basically brand new when it came into the project. I'm wearing it now. It does look, in my opinion, more cool toned in the bullet, and on my lips it looks more warm toned than how it appears here. At least that's my opinion, and it has been nice, and I really like that like sheer kind of slippery shiny texture. I'm really into that right now. I'm also really digging my makeup look today. It was like a really quick look, and I did want to talk about this before I forget. I used the Revlon Color Stay cream shadows in Praline. You can kind of tell I dug my finger in there. So beautiful. That's what's on my eyes today. So subtle, and I love it. And I have two of these. I was considering getting rid of them, but I'm so glad I didn't. All right, next product is the lipstick, or sorry, the lip gloss. I used that. I used this 45 times, and guess what? It's done. There is just like the smallest amount left at the bottom. You can totally tell the sides are all scraped through. Now, I did not go into the bottom because I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's a discoloration on the bottom, and the wand doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. Oh, I also took the stopper out. So I really kind of, scraped it out. And the wand doesn't go all the way to the bottom. And so I would have had to use like a scraper of some kind to get it. And I was not about to do that for a product that has discoloration. I don't know if it's just, it's washed out because of the light, or if the product has actually gone bad, but I'm not willing to take that chance. And this was basically brand new when I first got it, or sorry, when I first introduced it to the project. At most, I think I used it maybe 5 times. Like 10 would be like a super conservative inflation of that number. I really don't think I used it that much. So for this to kind of be like 50, 60 uses is not a lot. So it's done. I actually didn't like this color as much as I thought that I would. It did kind of wash out my lips and wasn't as natural as I was hoping. So I'm gonna roll this out, and I didn't quite expect to roll something out so soon. And I think for the most part, I think that when I roll things out, they're not going to be finished. I think that's going to be the case for most things, and except for maybe a lip product or an eyeshadow palette, I might have hit pan. But I kind of feel like that's kind of what's going to happen with most of my products. But that's the point of this project, is to just get some use. So the next lip product I'm going to roll in is my other ColourPop lip gloss. This is in the shade Fairy Floss. Sorry, this was in around midnight. So I'm rolling this in. This is also essentially brand new, has a couple uses on it. I used it a couple times this week so far, twice, but other than that, only a handful, maybe 5 times. There is no discoloration on this one, and it is again a basically brand new product. I'm rolling this in because I don't support ColourPop, and I kind of want to get as much of my ColourPop out as I can, and the lip glosses for me were just like a really easy place to start. So the Bare Minerals blush, the Bounce and Blur it's just too many B's. The Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur blush in Blurred Buff. Tongue twister. Here we go. Here it is. I wore it once today, so I didn't write that down. 5 times in the last about 2 months or so. You can clearly now see that there's like my brush is kind of scraping in there. And I think 5 times is pretty good for 2 months, again, being that secondary blush. And also given the fact that probably in the last 2 months, I wore my makeup maybe 12 times. And to have 5 of that is just like 40% of the time. So I think that's okay. But I really love this color. This color is the one that made me fall in love with these like warmy, brown, orangey kind of blush shades. I am wearing it today and I love this. I am actually so excited that this blush is in this project because the blush that's in my other project, I don't really like it. And this is just a really nice treat to like have something that I know I love and like lasts and stays on well. So if I used it 5 times in 2 months, this will probably be in here for a really long time. And I'm okay with that. I guess we'll have to see when months are more normal for me, like when I'm wearing a more normal amount of makeup, how many times I use this. I would be kind of curious to see that. Okay, just a couple of things left. Next up is the Marcel powder. I used this 20 times, which is great. And we do have, I'll show you on the back, like in the photo, there is visible use on here. And I actually don't think it's gonna last 100 times. My guess might be more like 50 or 60. Get us at least part of the way there. I primarily use this to set my foundation, to set my primer before I put on makeup. But I haven't really been doing that lately because it's been a little bit drier. And what I have been using this for is when I use a BB cream, because the couple that I have, they're pretty dewy and I can't let a dewy product kind of stay on my face and has to be set. It just does. And so I've been experimenting with pressed powders and trying this because using the pressed powders, they go so fast and I have to use so much because it's so dewy. So I feel like in general, I need less of this than a pressed powder. And that kind of is why there's a little bit more use on this than some of the other products. So now onto the eyeshadow palettes. I had the Tarte palette and the Modern Renaissance one in here. I used the Tarte palette 3 times, not that exciting. I feel like you can probably see the biggest use in this shade here in Sweetheart. I did like that. And I liked layering these 2 colors together, like using Sweetheart as like a base and then literally putting Funny Girl, the gold, on top of it. And then for Modern Renaissance, I used it 6 times. Here we go. There will be hopefully clearer pictures. And I'm very close to hitting pan on Vermeer. That's going to be the goal for next month, is to hit pan on Vermeer. I think it's really possible to do that. As I've said, because the last couple months have been a little like unorthodox for me, I've mostly just been using single shadows or no eyeshadow at all, just to kind of like slap something on. I have obviously I've used them somewhat, and if I did use makeup around 12 times, this is 9. So this is, I guess, most of the time. Hopefully just a little bit more makeup days in the next couple of months to have more to update you on. I was super excited about this lip gloss that it's finally out, and that's the update. For next update in February, again, I'm really hoping to have kind of more to update you on, more uses, more progress, and I hope by that time I'll be 50% of the way to my use goal with this. Hopefully I'll be at 50 by that time. At least that's the, goal anyways. And the lip gloss now is at 13 uses, and I hope to make that to 30. So I'm writing down my goals. So 30 uses for the blush, for the lip gloss, and then hopefully 25 for the Marcel powder. And then I'm gonna do 5 each for the Tarte palette and the ABH palette, and if I can use it more, great. And the blush, I kind of want this to be like, when do you feel like using it? Because it is such a joy, and I want this to remain. I really, out of all the products, want this to remain a joy. So that's going to wrap up the video. I hope that this was interesting at the very least, and you'll join me for some more project panning content here soon. There's going to be a ton of exciting videos hopefully coming to my channel to kind of wrap up the year and have some really exciting and what I feel like unique things coming to the channel in 2021. So I hope you'll stick around for that. So that's going to be everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again around here soon.